Are you racing through your day at breakneck speeds only to find that when it's actually time to switch off, you're still stuck in high gear? Well, you're not alone. In a world that glorifies the hustle, our evenings often become battlegrounds for relaxation, with peace and sleep as elusive trophies we never seem to achieve. In today's episode, we're hitting the brakes to explore why going 200 kilometers an hour might be sabotaging your wind-down routine, the hidden costs of overcompensating just to cope, and how we can sprinkle moments of calm throughout our day to truly transform our nights. If you're ready to trade in your racing mind for a restful evening, stay tuned. This journey might just be the pit stop you didn't know you needed. Welcome to the Self-Reflections podcast, where we dive into the heart of personal growth and everyday challenges. I'm your host, Klaudia, a psychologist and life and mindset coach. Let's kick off by talking about going full throttle in life. It's exhilarating, isn't it? The rush of ticking off to-do lists, the adrenaline of back-to-back meetings, and the pride of productivity. But here's the catch. This pace, it's not just exhilarating, it's also exhausting. And when evening rolls around, our minds are racing, making tranquility a stranger in our own homes. But don't worry, stay with me throughout this video as we'll delve into finding that off switch a little bit later. Can you relate to the feeling of going 200 kilometers an hour in your daily life? Let me know in the comments below what aspect of your high-speed life you'd like to change. As we pivot to one of modern life's most intriguing phenomena, overcompensation, it's crucial to peel back the layers of why we find ourselves in this relentless pursuit of more. Overcompensation isn't just about filling every minute of our day with tasks. It's a deeper, more complex coping mechanism that often stems from unaddressed insecurities or past experiences where we felt inadequate or unworthy. Overcompensation can show up in various facets of our lives. Professionally, it might look like working late hours consistently to prove your worth, even when it compromises your health. Socially, it could manifest as saying yes to every invitation, driven by the fear of missing out or being forgotten. Even in our personal goals and hobbies, overcompensation rears its head when we push our limits not for the joy of the activity, but to meet some internalized standards of success. But where does this drive come from? Often it's rooted in earlier life experiences. Perhaps it was a childhood where praise was only given for achievements, or perhaps a past relationship where you felt valued only for what you could provide. These experiences can implant a belief that our worth is tied to our productivity, our business, or our ability to outperform. This belief then manifests in various, sometimes subtle ways. It's in the reluctance to take breaks, fearing they're a sign of laziness. It's in the guilt felt in or on a slow day, where you didn't tick off as many tasks as you should have. And it's in the chronic exhaustion that's kind of worn like a badge of honor, as if to say, look, how much I'm doing or I've done. What's particularly insidious about overcompensation is how it perpetuates or feeds itself. The temporary satisfaction of achievement, it brings it just that, temporary. This leads to a cycle where the initial solution to feeling inadequate becomes the very thing that deepens those feelings. It's like being on a treadmill where the faster you run, the faster the belt goes, keeping you in the same place. So how do we get off this treadmill? Well, it begins with recognition and honesty with yourself. Acknowledge the moments when you're pushing beyond your limits, not for fulfillment, but possibly out of fear. This awareness is your first step towards change. Start small in breaking the cycle. Practice setting boundaries for your work and personal life. Learn to prioritize tasks not just by their urgency, but by their significance to your well-being. And cultivate hobbies or activities where the goal isn't achievement, but pure enjoyment. Remember, the goal isn't to do less, but to do what's genuinely enriching. As we wrap up this segment, I encourage you to reflect on areas in your life where overcompensation may be at play. Understanding this can be a key to unlocking a more balanced, fulfilling approach to life. Stay tuned as we'll next explore how this ties into our evening routines and overall well-being. Have you noticed areas in your life where you might be overcompensating? Share a moment in the comments below when you realized you were doing more to cope with underlying fears or insecurities. Now let's shift gears and talk about something we all crave after a day of going full throttle: a peaceful evening. But here's the paradox. Despite our best intentions, those very routines meant to calm us can sometimes feel like trying to soothe a roaring fire with a cup of water. Why is that? Let's explore that together. Imagine your day as a high-speed train barreling down the tracks at breakneck speed. From the moment you wake up, you're in motion, and by the time you're ready to switch off, your mind and body are just still hurtling forward. This momentum isn't something that can just be switched off with a simple switch. It requires a gradual slowing down, a deliberate transition from the fast lane to a restful state. In search for peace, we often turn to quick fixes. Maybe it's a glass of wine, an hour of TV, maybe scrolling through social media. We've all done it. While these might offer temporary relief, they don't address the core issue. Our internal speedometer is still revving extremely high. These activities can sometimes act as distractions that merely mask the underlying restlessness rather than truly helping us wind down. This is where the art of transition comes into play. Just like a train needs time to end distance to come to a stop safely, our minds and bodies need a buffer zone between the high energy demands of the day and the quiet of the evening. This transition is not about doing more, but about being intentional in shifting our energy and focus. Creating effective transition rituals is key. This could be as simple as changing out of your work clothes to signal the end of the workday, or dimming the lights to cue your body that it's time to unwind. Engaging in a mindful practice or gentle stretching can also serve as a bridge, helping you cross from daytime bustle to evening calm. The most effective evening routines are those tailored just specifically to you. They resonate with your needs and preferences, helping you disengage from the day's momentum. Maybe it's a cup of herbal tea while reading a book, or perhaps it's journaling to offload the day's thoughts and worries. The key is consistency and mindfulness, allowing these activities to become the signals that your body and mind are taking in that it's time to now slow down. I encourage you to experiment with different transition rituals and evening routines. Notice what truly helps you shift gears and what might be keeping you stuck in high-speed mode. Remember, the goal is not to add more to your plate, but to find those few meaningful actions that signal to every part of you that it's time to rest and recharge. As we wrap up this discussion on crafting a peaceful evening, remember that the journey from 200 kilometers an hour to a restful halt is personal and unique. It's about finding what works for you and allowing yourself the grace to transition gently. Stay with me as we'll next explore how integrating moments of calm throughout your day can transform not only your evenings, but your entire approach to life's pace. What does your current evening routine look like, and how effective do you find it in helping you unwind? Let me know in the comments below. Are there activities you've tried that just don't seem to work? After exploring the whirlwind of our daily lives and the quest for a peaceful evening, it's time to focus on a crucial aspect that often goes unnoticed: our nervous system. When we're constantly in high gear, our nervous system can become really overstimulated, pushing us beyond our window of tolerance. This is where the magic of downregulation comes into play, using deliberate moments throughout the day to gently guide our system back to a state of balance. The beauty of downregulation lies in its simplicity. It doesn't have to be time-consuming or complicated. Even 30 seconds of intentional pause can be transformative. For instance, before transitioning from one task to another, take 30 seconds to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and center yourself. This brief moment can act as a reset button for your nervous system, signaling that it's time to calm down and prepare for the next part of your day. It also helps you to refocus your energy on what's to come. There are countless ways to integrate these pauses into your routine. Here are a few suggestions. The first one is mindful breathing. Before answering an email or starting a new task, take 3 deep, conscious breaths, focusing on the sensation of air moving in and out of your body. The second one is gratitude moments. After completing a task, take a few seconds to reflect on something you're really grateful for. This shift in focus can help ground you and reduce stress. The third one is sensory breaks. Engage one of your senses in a calming activity like feeling the texture of a stress ball, savoring the taste of a piece of fruit, or listening to a soothing sound, even if it is for just a moment. The key to making these moments effective is to incorporate them into your daily transitions. Before moving from one activity to the next, give yourself this gift of pause. It serves as a gentle reminder that while the world outside might be rushing, you have the power to control your inner peace. If you're looking to deepen your downregulation practices, consider integrating activities known for their calming effects on the nervous system. This could include 1. Short walks. A brief walk, especially in nature, can significantly calm the mind and the body. Second one is guided imagery. Taking a moment to visualize a peaceful scene can lower stress levels and bring a sense of calm. The third one is progressive muscle relaxation. Briefly tensing and then relaxing different muscle groups can reduce physical tension and mental anxiety. I encourage you to view these downregulation practices not as another task on your to-do list, but as a non-negotiable pillar of your well-being. By weaving these moments of calm throughout your day, you're not only enhancing your evenings, but fundamentally transforming your relationship with stress and activity. As we conclude this segment, remember that the journey to a more balanced life doesn't require grand gestures, but small, consistent steps towards inner tranquility. Start with 30-second pauses and gradually build to a day filled with intentional moments of calm. Your nervous system and your evening routine will truly thank you. What simple downregulation practices could you envision integrating into your daily routine? Or if you've already found a technique that works for you, what are they? Let me know in the comments below. Today we've journeyed from understanding the high-speed life to recognizing overcompensation and embracing the power of downregulation. It's about creating a life where evenings are no longer about unwinding from the day, but simply continuing a day well lived. Remember, it's not just about slowing down, it's about living intentionally as often as we can. Thank you for joining me on this insightful ride. If you found value in our discussion, please like, share, and subscribe. Your engagement helps us reach more individuals like you, eager for meaningful change. And for those ready to dive deeper, my coaching practice has openings. Find out how we can work together in the link below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for more episodes that challenge, inspire, and guide you towards authentic living. Here's to finding your peace not just in the evenings, but in every moment of your day. If you would like to prevent burnout or keep up motivation, click on the next videos as I will be answering some Q&A questions about these two topics. Until next time, I'm your host, Klaudia. Welcome to the Self Reflections Podcast.